because no podcast can work without a great host, and no podcast can work without great guests either. So you need to figure out the best combination of both worlds.
ये है युवराज सिंह साचर, इंडिया के नंबर 1 स्टार्टअप पॉडकास्ट इंडियन सिलिकॉन वैली के होस्ट। ये अपने पॉडकास्ट पर इंडिया की सबसे बड़ी कंपनीज के बेस्ट फाउंडर्स को होस्ट कर चुके हैं। अगर आप भी अपना खुद का पॉडकास्ट स्टार्ट करना चाहते हो या स्टार्ट कर चुके हो और उसे ग्रो करना चाहते हो, ये आपके लिए एक पॉडकास्ट मास्टर क्लास होने वाली है। इस पॉडकास्ट में हम सीखेंगे कि एक सक्सेसफुल पॉडकास्ट बनाने के लिए गेस्ट ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है या आप खुद।
People will come on your show because for the first time because of the guest, but they will come back to the podcast because of you.
आप अपने गेस्ट से अच्छे और टफ क्वेश्चंस कैसे पूछ सकते हो?
I think 2-3 things go into this. One is
आपको आपके पॉडकास्ट के इंट्रोस कैसे बनाने चाहिए?
and hook the audience in that 1 minute because that 1 minute is the most important minute.
और क्या आपको पॉडकास्ट से पैसे कमाने के लिए पेड गेस्ट लाने चाहिए?
I, in full disclosure, have not done any paid podcasts yet.
So this is the episode 4 of the YouTubers Decoded series. I hope you enjoy. जैसे आप अभी इंडिया के बेस्ट पॉडकास्ट, बेस्ट बिजनेस पॉडकास्ट आप रन कर रहे हो, बेस्ट फाउंडर्स को आप लेकर आ रहे हो और बेस्ट इन्फॉर्मेशन उनमें से एक्सट्रैक्ट करा रहे हो। मुझे आपकी पॉडकास्टिंग की स्किल बहुत पसंद है। आप जिस तरीके से बेस्ट और टफ क्वेश्चंस फाउंडर से पूछते हो, दैट इज़ इनक्रेडिबल। सो सबसे पहले तो मैं ये स्टार्ट करना चाहूँगा कि आपने ये पॉडकास्टिंग का आइडिया, पॉडकास्टिंग करने का ही क्यों सोचा? वाई पॉडकास्टिंग? कहाँ से शुरू हुआ ये आइडिया? कहाँ से ये सारी जो जर्नी थी स्टार्ट हुई?
Anjino, thanks you so much for having me, Prabjot. Very excited to be on your show. I'm glad to see your work on Instagram. I think we've only been connected on DMs, but I
Yes.
keep seeing your reels, and it's a lovely contact.
Thank
So
you so much.
congratulations on all that you're doing, and thanks again for having me. My journey is funny because it started very coincidentally. If you would have asked me 3-4 साल पहले कि मैं यहाँ तक आ जाऊंगा, I wouldn't have thought of it at all. क्योंकि I was trying to build a company when I was in college. I was trying to build a tech company. And I come from Kolkata from a commerce background. So मुझे technology companies के बारे में ज़्यादा नहीं पता था. I just had a big passion and I wanted to pursue and see क्या होता है. 6-7 महीने बाद I realized that I don't know how to build a company, and then I was going through all of these resources. And Y Combinator resources came up, US podcast came up. India में content on startups अभी भी in fact बहुत कम है. So if I want to start a company today, right, मैं या तो लोगों के पास जाऊंगा, if I'm in Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi, I'll find people, or I'll go to these resources, right? At that time, in 2020, I'm talking about, बहुत सारे resources ही नहीं थे. And that's when I was like, अच्छा मेरे पास network नहीं है. But I can figure out and I have a lot of questions to ask. And मेरे जैसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं. So I thought I'll do a podcast where I'll ask 3 to 5 founders. I'll do this for maybe 10 episodes and then I'll leave it because I was like, तब तक मेरा काम हो जाएगा and शायद लोगों को भी फायदा हो जाए. But after, I did like the first 15 episodes, like first 10 episodes, so I was just finding my feet. I didn't know anything. And then 15 episodes, it became clear that people are also liking it. I have a skill for this. I started enjoying it so much. When you do a podcast, you learn so much about yourself, about domains. You get to meet such interesting people. I was talking to people that I otherwise wouldn't have gotten an opportunity to. So I realized that, okay, this is working. And then I got a job at AngelList, which is this startup investing platform, which professionally started to benefit me as well. And that job also, by the way, I was underqualified for. उसके लिए 3-4 साल experience चाहिए थे, which I didn't have at the time. I was just a college graduate. But they still took me because of my podcast. And that became super interesting. So net, it all began because I couldn't build a company, got curious about how to build companies. And I was like, okay, if nobody else at the time is doing so, let me only ask these questions क्योंकि बाकी लोग भी तो ऐसे हैं who are searching for answers. So yes, that's how I got started.
अमेजिंग। सो एक्चुअली आज का एजेंडा भी यही है क्योंकि मैं खुद अब पॉडकास्टिंग में नया हूँ। हम लोग अभी शॉर्ट फॉर्म कंटेंट से पॉडकास्ट में शिफ्ट हुए हैं। सो बहुत कुछ है अभी सीखने के लिए पॉडकास्टिंग में। हमें तो मतलब अभी बिल्कुल ही नया हमारे लिए स्पेस। सो मेरा आज का पूरा ये जो एपिसोड होने वाला है, हमारे व्यूअर्स भी वो लोग हैं जो या तो क्रिएटर्स हैं या एस्पायरिंग क्रिएटर्स हैं। तो सबको ये जानना है कि पॉडकास्टिंग अभी इंडिया में बहुत ज़्यादा ग्रोइंग एक स्पेस है, तो वहाँ पर कैसे ग्रो कर सकते हैं। तो उसमें सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन मेरा आपसे ये है कि पॉडकास्टिंग में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट होता है कि आप गेस्ट कौन ला रहे हो एंड हाउ डू यू अप्रोच दोज गेस्ट। तो आप के केस में आप कैसे फाइंड करते हो कि इन लोगों के साथ काम कर सकते हो और उनका अप्रोच कैसे कर सकते हो कि आपके पॉडकास्ट पे बेस्ट लोग आपके साथ आए?
Absolutely. That's a very good question. I'll just maybe take one step back and emphasize on the importance of the right start. मतलब आप जब start कर रही हो तो on the podcast दो चीजें बहुत important है मेरे हिसाब से, which is कि keep a long term view. Podcast में ना immediately success नहीं होती. Unlike short form, which is absolutely different. Short form में results आपको immediately मिलते हैं, feedback loop is very strong. But podcast में it takes a couple of months, I will say at least, for you to find your footing. So I'd say keep that in mind कि थोड़ा long term perspective रखो if you're starting a podcast. And the second is long term perspective रखने के लिए start a podcast in something that you are naturally curious in. जहाँ तुमको जानने की जरूरत है, right? Like where your questions will be very natural, passion will be natural. Like you are a creator yourself. So this is very natural to you, which is why this helps your audience and you. So that's a great point. Now coming to guests, right? I think guests में now it's important to understand कि सारे फेमस लोगों को ही होस्ट करना की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, राइट? सो हाउ डू यू डिफरेंशिएट योरसेल्फ? नाउ आई ट्राई टू थिंक ऑफ इट इन टू वेज. वन इज famous that everybody knows, and then there is unique. Unique people are also famous for either the work they have done or the brands that they have built. So ये दो टाइप के लोग होते हैं. जैसे नंदन निलेकनी of Infosys, unique for everyone, famous for everyone, right? Everybody wants to host it. So will be very difficult to get. But ये जो unique और famous वाला combination है ना, I have cracked that well in my podcast that I feel. Like I have been able to get people that people know brands of, जैसे Viva के founder. Everybody consumes their sauces, everybody has it in their house, but they've not heard of their founder. I was one of the first few people who got the Viva founder on the podcast. Similarly, बहुत सारी ऐसी companies हैं, जैसे Digit Insurance करके एक company है. Insurance is usually boring. The founder is a senior person, 55, 60 years old. They went public this year. But उनके founder को किसी ने ना host नहीं किया था. But I tried very hard. My approach is coming to the methods of getting these people. You approach them properly, politely on every platform. तो LinkedIn पे जाओ, Instagram पे जाओ, Twitter पे जाओ, email पे जाओ. Go on every platform. They are bound to see their emails at people and places that they work in, right? They are founders, right? उनका काम ही है ये करना. So they are checking emails almost every 2-3 hours, if not earlier, right? It means emails पे अगर करोगे तो they are most bound to respond. But LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, all of these avenues are now open, and you should hit them with everything that you have, but in a polite manner. Like I don't want you to disturb them. That is not what I'm trying to say. But if you are well-intentioned, if you have a clear agenda, and that is very important, your cold emails will work. Show them proof of work. Like I have always done this. I keep the message very short. I show proof of work and I show preparation. If I come to you and be like, hey, I want to host Prabjot, I have read about your work, I've seen your content, and these are the questions I want to ask, you will also consider me because you've seen the work that I've already put in. You will already get impressed and I'm already ahead of the curve. Don't send a standard email that you share to everybody. That does not work in today's day and age. But if you are well-intentioned, you put your work in and you try every avenue, you'll probably get anybody you want to host on the show. I really think it works. And pata hai, the best part about podcasts is you don't need them immediately. Like currently I'm in talks to host Narayan Murthy, who's the founder of Infosys, one of the people I've always wanted to host. Now he's told me कि January में करेंगे. But that's fine, right? January might look 4 months down the line, but मुझे तो podcast करना ही है. I'll continue doing it. Now January में करते हैं. Why do I have to like think of it urgently, right? That's my mantra.
Amazing. तो मतलब 2 पॉइंट्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट निकल कर आए कि एक तो रीच आउट ऑन एवरी प्लेटफॉर्म, जितने भी एवेन्यूज़ उनके पास पहुंचने के लिए हैं उनको रीच आउट करो एंड बी प्रिपेयर्ड. ऐसा नहीं कि बस कर दिया, बट उन सारी प्रिपरेशन करो, क्या क्वेश्चंस पूछने वाले हो, क्या करने वाले हो एंड क्या नहीं करने वाले हो. इसमें एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो मुझे समझ में आती है कि जैसे हमने एक बात करी कि लॉन्ग जो पॉडकास्ट है वो थोड़े लॉन्ग टर्म गेम है, वो एकदम से आपको वहाँ पर रिजल्ट नहीं मिलेगा. एंड कई बार ऐसा होता है कि एकदम से आप गेस्ट भी नहीं ला सकते एंड वहाँ पर तो उस समय. और एक चीज़ और है कि जैसे पॉडकास्ट में बहुत लोग सेम लोगों को होस्ट कर रहे हैं, तो वहाँ पर आप डिफरेंशिएट करने के लिए क्या आपका गेस्ट ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है या आप एज अ पॉडकास्टर आपकी स्किल ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है? बिकॉज मुझे एज अ व्यूअर आपकी पॉडकास्टिंग की स्किल पर्सनली बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है. आप जिस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस पूछते हो मुझे वो ज़्यादा पसंद है. बट आपके अकॉर्डिंग पॉडकास्टर ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है एक पॉडकास्ट में या एक उसका गेस्ट ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है?
That's a very good question. और मुझे ना एक एडवाइस मिली थी that I carry to date. Which is मेरे 25th एपिसोड के आसपास मुझे किसी ने बताया कि Jivraj, people will come on your show because for the first time because of the guest, but they will come back to the podcast because of you. So you need a combination of both. This is the proper mantra. You get great, unique people, famous people on the show so that people understand what you do. People get, into the top of the funnel improves. But the retention happens if you are a good host, if you are asking good questions, if you are thoughtful in what you do, if you put in the work, if people like your persona. Because eventually you are the common denominator across all episodes, right? You are not changing. You are the constant one. So if people don't like you, they'll not come back. They'll come back every 10 episodes. They'll come back for the 2 people that they like. But if they like you, they'll come back for 7 episodes, 8 episodes out of all the 10 that you do. And that's why I think it also compounds. Because क्या होता है, every time you're hosting a new guest, top of the funnel improves with every new episode. And then people stick around. And then the compounding curve happens. So I think that's the best way to think about it. Because no podcast can work without a great host. And no podcast can work without great guests either. So you need to figure out the best combination of both worlds.
वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट कि आपके पास दोनों चीज़ होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगा मुझे कि एक पॉडकास्ट में आप नहीं चेंज हो रहे, आपका गेस्ट चेंज होता है बट आप नहीं चेंज हो रहे. सो दैट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट. उसके बाद थोड़ा सा आपकी जर्नी पे जाना चाहूँगा. जब आपने पॉडकास्ट स्टार्ट करा था, आपने ऑनलाइन पॉडकास्ट सेम जो हम अभी कर रहे हैं, आपने इसी फॉर्मेट पे स्टार्ट करा था एंड उसमें भी आपने काफ़ी अच्छे पॉडकास्ट निकाले, मैंने वो देखे थे. बट देन आपका ऑफलाइन पॉडकास्ट, आपने ऑफलाइन, आप रिसेंटली आप जितने भी पॉडकास्ट करें वो सारे ऑफलाइन पॉडकास्ट हैं. तो आपके अकॉर्डिंग दोनों में से क्या बेटर है आज के टाइम पर एक सक्सेसफुल पॉडकास्ट बनाने के लिए? क्या दोनों में भी वर्क हो सकता है या एक दूसरे से बेटर है?
I honestly think कि वीडियो पॉडकास्ट जो ऑफलाइन रिकॉर्ड होते हैं वो बेटर है फ्रॉम एन एक्सपीरियंस स्टैंड पॉइंट फॉर एवरीवन. बाय द वे, आपका एक्सपीरियंस एज अ होस्ट, your guest's experience of also interacting with you, being in the flow, talking to somebody, like this is different, right? Like I'm looking into a screen and then I'm looking into you. But when you're sitting with somebody and looking into them and you're in that moment for 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever time you're recording, that's a different feeling. It's deeper, right? I think efficiency goes up by 20-30% for sure at the minimum. And then for, of course, the viewers watching also, because recording type is better. Having said that, if you are well-intentioned and again, you want to do good quality work, you can do it either way. Like मैंने ये सोचा था that what is the least path of least resistance. तो अगर आपके पास स्टूडियो है, you can figure out an space and you can record offline, then you do offline from day zero. But if you don't have that, don't be fixated on it. And then do the online bit anyway. Because if you want to do a good podcast, the quality will matter more than anything else. Which means that you should be able to crack it online also. Which is what I do. In the initial parts of the journey, I was like, yaar, mere paas resource nahi hai. I also used to stay in Calcutta. So I was like, okay, this cannot work, right? Like people don't come to Calcutta as much. So I can't be fixated of doing a podcast offline only. So I realized that path of least resistance is people will come online. They will be more ready to, in fact, online karne se people are more ready to do the podcast. You don't have to think of scheduling. You don't have to get somebody someplace, right? So it's easier to get people on the show. And I was like, I'll do great quality work. Then I started getting, good feedback on the show. And then I was like, okay, now it's time to step up. Now I can invest some time, effort, money also, by the way. It is a costly process to, of course, run an offline podcast and record offline, which means that, okay, now I can do this. And that's why I've now standardized it to say that even if I'm recording in different cities, I will do that offline. Unless I'm recording with a US guest, which is the only time I will do a virtual podcast. Otherwise, I only want to do offline ones. That's the way I look at it. You should figure out your path of least resistance, I would say. If you want to start a show, start it irrespective of what the communication means is. Because if you think of that as a bottleneck, I think you'll never get started, which should not be the case.
सेम हमारे केस में भी यही है कि अभी हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं और क्योंकि गेस्ट को ऐसे लाना वर्चुअल थोड़ा सा ईजी है फिलहाल, तो अभी हमने यही सोचा था कि वर्चुअल करेंगे, बट जैसे जैसे पॉडकास्ट बड़ा होता जाएगा तो हम इसे देन ऑफलाइन लेके जाएंगे. वो तो करना ही है, वो तो मेरा ऐसा नो ब्रेनर है. अमेजिंग.
Yes, very excited for your offline shoots as well.
थैंक यू सो मच. आपको ज़रूर होस्ट करूँगा मैं. सबसे पहले मुझे आपके पॉडकास्ट से बहुत इंस्पिरेशन मिलती है. सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एज अ पॉडकास्टर मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा कि एक पॉडकास्टर के लिए सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट स्किल आपके अकॉर्डिंग क्या होता है?
मेरे हिसाब से इट इज I don't know how to explain it, but it's the way to make connections. So I'll tell you, log like in the process of becoming a great podcaster, the best part that I have developed is I can correlate multiple things very well. क्योंकि देखो रिसर्च सब कर लेंगे, सुन सब अच्छे से लेंगे, क्यूरियस मोस्ट पीपल रहेंगे, बट द मेन मैजिक लाइज इज व्हेन आई कैन कोरिलेट जो मैंने अपने 50th एपिसोड में किया था विद माय 75th एपिसोड एंड व्हाट आई एम डूइंग टुडे. That is where the magic lies. You start figuring out connections, you start figuring out patterns, and thus your content and your quality becomes many, many fold. So eventually you want to come to a point when you can make the right connections in your mind. The way I prepare for a podcast today is I have almost like a mind map of where I want to go. So I'll have 5-6 checkpoints in the conversation that I want to hit, and then I'll leave it absolutely fluid. And then because of the hours of training I've put into this, right, and the number of reps I've put into this in gym language, I'm able to now make better connections. So I'm just better trained to ask a deeper question, which leaves a great, great impact. So that I think is the main skill. But of course, before you get to that point, you have to be really good at research. You have to be really good at listening. You're active listening, right? We are not trained to actively listen. We are usually, when we hear, we don't listen. We are hearing the other person and thinking about the next question to ask. One of my main problems initially used to be that every time somebody was talking to me, I would be thinking, आगे क्या पूछना है? आगे क्या पूछना है? Next question क्या है? Right? But you have to get out of your head. You have to trust that you will be able to figure out the next question well, only if you hear the other person properly. Then you have to bring comfort to the other person, right? I think vulnerable होना पड़ता है. You have to yourself, expose or like tell things that bring the other person at ease. Like, can I trust Jivraj? Like, one thing I really try to do is my guests need to be at ease with me so that they tell me things that they probably not, said on other podcasts. And I mean, intellectual things, because this is where we are going in terms of the conversation. So those skills are very, very important. And that eventually then leads you to correlation, because I've hosted 10 consumer founders before, and I was hosting the Manyavar founder yesterday. I was just able to ask deeper questions because of the 10 other conversations I've had in a similar field. That's the true magic of compounding that happens as a podcaster. And that I feel is the primary skill.
एंड सिंपली पुट ये आपको एक्सपीरियंस से आएगा, ये एक दिन में आप रिसर्च से भी नहीं सीख पाओगे.
दिस इज बाय प्रैक्टिस. आई थिंक यू हैव टू कीप एट इट. प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ती है बहुत.
ये सेम चीज़ अभी आपने जो बोली कि आप जब आप स्टार्टिंग कर रहे हो, जैसे मैं अभी स्टार्टिंग कर रहा हूँ, तो जब मैं आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ तो मेरे दिमाग में सबकॉन्शियसली नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का चल रहा था कि आप मुझे नेक्स्ट क्या पूछना है. तो और जैसे आपके पॉडकास्ट पे तो मैंने देखा है कि आप कोई पेन एंड पेपर, कोई ऐसा आईपैड नहीं यूज़ करते हो. यू जस्ट गो विद द फ्लो. जो चल रहा है वो आप उसके फ्लो के साथ जाते हो. बट अभी के लिए मुझे कंपलसरी है कि मुझे पेन एंड पेपर, एक प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट चाहिए मतलब एक प्रॉपर कन्वर्सेशन बनाने के लिए.
एब्सोल्युटली. हाँ, एंड इनिशियली आई हैव बीन देयर, राइट. पता है मेरे पहले 10 पॉडकास्ट आई यूज्ड टू हैव अ पेन एंड पेपर विद क्वेश्चंस रिटन, एंड माय वीडियो आल्सो यूज्ड टू बी ऑफ, क्योंकि मुझे लगता था कि अगर मैं वीडियो में देख रहा हूँ तो भी मेरा माइंड डेविएट हो रहा है एंड आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू आस्क द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो आई हैव कम फ्रॉम दैट टू नाउ not needing pen and paper, because I think I'm able to, my mind works in a way that I'm able to correlate, pick up things. I can interrupt also if needed because I'm curious. I have built out my style. So I think it happens. So yeah, this is a very important life skill also, because in any conversation, right, professionally, personally, etc., all of these elements are very important. So that's why I often say कि सबको podcast करना चाहिए कभी ना कभी. Because if you do 5-10 episodes of your own podcast, right, you listen to yourself, क्योंकि when this podcast comes out, you'll also listen to it. In the editing process, you'll listen to it. You'll realize that अच्छा मैं ये better कर सकता था, मैं वो better कर सकता था. I could have asked this question. जब ये बोल रहे थे, why didn't I double click on something? And that feedback loop with yourself, that is the hours of practice that go into. By the time you do your 10th podcast, you'll realize the difference between the first and 10th is already so much. And now I've done some 200 conversations, which is crazy. And so my mental model for this is now further enhanced. And that's the best thing that happened to me. That my skills overall in a conversation are just super high also, in my opinion.
ये सेम चीज़ हम लोग अभी फेस कर रहे हैं. जैसे अभी हमारा ये 3rd और 4th पॉडकास्ट है, तो पहले 3 पे जो हमें इंसाइट्स मिली, जिस तरीके से हमने उसे प्रोड्यूस करा, एंड प्रोड्यूस करने के बाद जो आपने एग्जैक्टली कहा कि उन्हें सुना जब, तो हमें उसी कॉन्वर्सेशन के बीच में से कुछ ऐसी इंसाइट्स मिल जाती हैं जो उस टाइम पे मिस हो गई थी, और फिर मुझे लगता है कि यार उस टाइम तो कुछ ऐसा रह गया था यार, ये चीज़ बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बताई गेस्ट ने, एंड देन यू कैन अप्लाई दैट इनटू योर लाइफ और जो कंटेंट में हम लोग करते हैं. थोड़ा सा आपके वीडियोस पे आना चाहूँगा, थोड़ा वीडियो एनालिटिक्स पे बात करना चाहूँगा जो अभी आप पॉडकास्ट बना रहे हो. मुझे वैसे मैंने आपका अंकुर वारिको के साथ आपका मैंने कल पॉडकास्ट देख रहा था, तो उसमें मुझे पता चला कि आपका चैनल मोनेटाइज नहीं है अभी फिलहाल. इज दैट करेक्ट? एंड व्हाट इज
अभी मैंने मोनेटाइज करना स्टार्ट किया.
व्हाई सो लेट?
I initially thought that, I mean, it was not a very conscious decision. I just thought कि बिना ads के it just works better. But I also, at that, it was not a very calculated decision. It was just to say कि I don't need the ads and it's not something I'm actively looking at. So क्यों करना? It'll probably spoil experience, but it's not the case. So to be fair, and that's when, in fact, Ankur pushed me a lot to be like, he pushed me to do shorts a lot, and since that day, in fact, I started doing shorts, and I've done one short every day. And he in fact encourages you to do 2 shots every day. He's like, put up a bank of like 60 shots that you put out in the entire month, and we started monetizing as well. So that conversation, I think, I really, really loved. By the way, I was expecting it to do better, to be fair, क्योंकि मुझे लगा था कि अंकुर से वो insights बहुत कम लोगों ने derive की हैं जो मेरी टाइप की conversation थी. It was very different than the most of his conversation. It's mostly around content and, you know, things like that. But I went to a very different side of his personality, the entrepreneurial side, and what he's doing with his education venture. But that's how life is, by the way. I have realized, by the way, कि now my job is to control the input. Like every podcast, I am thinking very hard on the kind of questions I ask and the kind of conversation I can have. And I evaluate the success of a podcast now by how I felt in those 2 hours, not by how it does. Because I'm surprised every time. Like one conversation that I will think will not do well has done really well, whereas the conversation I would have thought will do well hasn't done well. So I'm like, okay, results will be dependent on, you know, different things, and I'll analyze them, but I'll not keep expectations. That's how I thought about it.
कंटेंट में खैर ये तो हर नीश में है कि आप जिस कंटेंट से ज़्यादा उम्मीद होती है वो यूजुअली नहीं वर्क करता है. इट्स मतलब अक्रॉस आर चैनल्स में ही तो हम डेली नोटिस करते हैं. बट मैंने एक रणवीर लाबादिया की एक बात सुनी थी कि उन्होंने थिंक स्कूल के साथ उन्होंने एक पॉडकास्ट करा था, और उन्होंने वहाँ पर कहा था कि एक कमर्शियली सक्सेसफुल पॉडकास्टर को ये पता होता है कि कौन से क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं एंड उन क्वेश्चंस को शॉर्ट फॉर्म में कट करके कैसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया जाएगा. सो डू यू ऑल्सो थिंक लाइक दैट कि आप भी सोचते हो कि जो मैं क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहा हूँ इन्हें शॉर्ट फॉर्म में बना के हम इसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं? बिकॉज अभी मैं देख रहा हूँ कि आपके
That's a very interesting point.
अभी मैं आप देख रहा हूँ कि आपके चैनल पे आई गेस 7 लाख व्यूज़ हैं लास्ट मंथ के, जो मैंने कल देखा था, एंड उस पर 6 लाख आई गेस सारे शॉर्ट फॉर्म के व्यूज़ हैं, एंड 70-80 के जो लास्ट मंथ के हैं वो लॉन्ग फॉर्म के व्यूज़ हैं. सो अभी आप शॉर्ट फॉर्म कंटेंट को भी कंसिडरेशन में ले रहे हो?
Yes, absolutely. I think, to be fair, I have not been the best distribution-led content creator. I have always thought of it as a learner. मेरे लिए the podcast is a very personal learning project. But around 6-7 months back, and I must credit, by the way, I work with this, agency which is called Binge Labs, and they're very good. This is not like an endorsement, but I genuinely love them. But उन्होंने मेरे दिमाग में डाला है that hey, you have to start thinking what works also without compromising the intellectual side. So I was always clear कि, I don't want to ask questions that are only for growth. But can I find middle ground? So now the mental model is one set is intellectual deep questions. One set is these are the topics that work. Can you marry the two and be like, अच्छा ये सारी चीजें audience को अच्छी लगेगी and इससे short form भी निकल सकता है. So I would say that I don't think of it like a complete rule that these are the questions that will lead to short form. But I do think of topics and the topics are in a consumer brand. It will be, consumer insights, stories of how the brand works, stories of the product, India, money. These are things that work. So I'll try to ask some questions which are related to these, which will still be business first and maybe a little bit of, okay, how can I optimize for short form content? But it will not be a majority of that. And that strategy is now showing on our, now I'm trying to push a lot of content out as well. We have a team, so we ensure that short form content hamara miss nahi ho raha. And on YouTube, it has been performing well. Of course, not all shorts do well, but now we have a format to know what works, what does not. We study the analytics very well to understand kaun si keywords better chal rahe hain versus nahi. So I think all of these are important pointers that I am trying to notice. And I think there's a very good Nikhil Kamath podcast, right? On content creation where he talks to Nas, Prajakta, Tanmay Bhatt. And one of the people there said that don't start with long form, start with short form and then go to long form. So I'm glad of what you are doing. I didn't know this, by the way, when I was starting. So I was a bit naive. So I started long form, which put me on a bit of a back foot, but I don't regret it at all. It gave me the head start from a guest lens, from my podcasting skills. And so now I'm putting a lot of effort on short form. And now I'm thinking, how can I scientifically grow the podcast as well? Like without compromising the business depth of the podcast, can I ask questions that will be appealing and can also appeal to the algorithm?
Exactly. हमारा भी शॉर्ट फॉर्म कंटेंट से ये वाला चैनल स्टार्ट करने का रीज़न यही था कि बिकॉज एक तो वो आता है एंड देन बिकॉज मुझे लगा था कि जब भी अगर मैं पॉडकास्ट स्टार्ट करूँगा, अब अगर मैं 0 नंबर्स के साथ किसी को अप्रोच करूँगा तो मोस्ट ऑफ देम मुझे मना ही कर देंगे कि ठीक है, बट शॉर्ट फॉर्म कंटेंट मेरी पावर है, वो मुझे आता है, वो मैं कर सकता हूँ. एंड देन मैंने एक ऑडियंस बनाई शॉर्ट फॉर्म से, उसे हम एक अच्छे नंबर तक ग्रो किया, देन हमने अप्रोचेस करना स्टार्ट करा था. और उससे एक ये चीज़ भी हुई ना कि ये वाला कंटेंट जो है ये स्पेसिफिकली क्रिएटर्स के लिए बना है. सारे क्रिएटर्स यहाँ पर आके सीख सकते हैं एंड सिखा सकते हैं. तो उससे ये हुआ कि क्रिएटर्स ने भी फॉलो करना शुरू किया एंड हमारे लिए उनको रीच आउट करना ईजी हो गया. तो उसी से हम अभी, जैसे हम अभी ये बात करी कि अब हम भी ये सीख रहे हैं कि पॉडकास्ट से शॉर्ट फॉर्म कंटेंट कैसे निकाल सकते हैं, बेस्ट शॉर्ट फॉर्म कंटेंट. बिकॉज जितने भी आपके पास तरीके हैं अपने कंटेंट को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा करने के, आपको सारे यूज़ करने चाहिए.
100%. No, all the best with it. I think ये strategy चलती है and you should do that. I mean, जो strategy already चलती है उसको reinvent करके ना फायदा नहीं है. That's the other thing I've learned. Business में भी ये valid है कि business में भी you don't have to do everything from scratch because there are already things that are done. You have to know what already works and then उस पे you have to add your flavor and take that to the next level.
सो अभी आपके चैनल पर जो सबसे ज़्यादा मोस्ट व्यूड 2 पॉडकास्ट है, एक अर्जुन सेठी को फाउंडर ऑफ द ट्राइब कैपिटल इनके साथ है एंड सेकंड इज़ द परफ्यूम मैन ऑफ इंडिया. ठीक है, आपके अकॉर्डिंग इन 2 पॉडकास्ट में ऐसा क्या था कि अभी तक के आपके मोस्ट व्यूड पॉडकास्ट है, एनालिटिक्स वाइज इनका वॉच टाइम, CTR एंड गेस्ट वाइज, आपके अकॉर्डिंग क्या ऐसे फैक्टर्स थे कि ये 2 पॉडकास्ट ने बाकियों से ज़्यादा बेटर परफॉर्म किया है?
I'll tell you about the Perfume Man wala podcast. I think Akash Anand, he has done many more podcasts since, and on all podcasts he's amazing, right? So I think 50% of the credit to definitely like goes to him, right? Just him as a personality. Then the best part was I think that podcast was early in the sense कि उनको बाकी लोगों ने उसके पहले जो होस्ट किया था ना, maybe they weren't very established channels, etc. So this was the first podcast on which he sort of blew. And then, you know, the Raj Shamani podcast came along and then there were many others in which he was featured. So I think that was the second aspect. So one is the guest itself. Second is having him early. Third is the kind of conversation we had, which appeals to guests. So isme we touched on topics like money, on exits, on perfumes, why it works. A lot of people intuitively use perfumes. And so people had an opinion on all of these things and they liked hearing Akash. And then the fourth point was just his strong opinions, right? A lot of people have strong opinions, but they're afraid to mention it in public. But with him, he was just very, very honest, on the face, unapologetically himself, and very expressive. All of these things are very, very important pointers. In fact, I now have a template जो मैंने last week ही ready की that I'm sending to guests, which is my framework of what works on a podcast. I'm happy to talk about it separately as well. But उसमें broad points यही है कि मतलब stories of consumers work, emotions work, extreme opinions work. So that's the entire ambit of things that he was able to capture really, really well. And I think the 10-20% credit I will take is maybe in the flow of the conversation, right? We were able to, I mean, almost like in Reels, you have to hook the audience in a podcast every couple of minutes. If you don't do that, which the guest has to do as well as the podcaster has to do, then you will lose the audience and your view duration, average watch time, etc. will go down. I think our average watch time for that was a good 20 plus minutes, which was insane for a podcast. I'll have to check the numbers. Honestly, I'm not seen in a while, but that was my first podcast which sort of really compounded and did really well. Then Arjun's podcast came along, which I was again not expecting to do well. And Sanjeev Bikhchandani's podcast, it has like the third most, I
Yes,
think,
third most
viewed
हाँ.
podcast on my episode. Yeah. It has about 80K if I'm not wrong, but the quality of people that watched it, and it got picked up by a couple of news articles, etc. as well. Like Money Control had something on it, Business Line had something on it. That was very good. Like the other thing that people, by the way, don't realize is that not in all types of content is just quantity important, right? In my world, especially, what has benefited me that even if one of my episodes is getting not more, let's say 5,000, 10,000 views, but if the right people are watching it, which are other founders, other investors, other influential people, that matters a lot. And that matters in ways that are non-quantifiable. Like I'll be in a networking dinner and somebody will mention that, hey, I watched your podcast and I really loved it. For me, that matters more, right? Because that helps me in ways that are multifold. Like somebody will want to collaborate with me because of, a great conversation that they saw me in. Somebody will invite me for an event and a speaker session because of a great conversation I've had on a show. So these avenues open up. So I would really like encourage you to think that don't just blindly chase numbers. And it has been very true in my journey. By the way, I'm still not a full-time creator, full-time content person, and I spend maybe 10-15% of my time. But because of that 10-15%, so much of my professional life compounds because of the network I've been able to build, the connections I have, the rooms that I be a part of, the respect I've been able to earn. So I think it is very important to think from that direction as well.
एंड आपने बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ मेंशन करी कि एक अच्छा पॉडकास्ट बनाने के लिए आपको हर कुछ मिनट में आपके व्यूअर्स को हुक करना पड़ता है. सो वो आप कैसे करते हो अपने पॉडकास्ट में?
I think दो तीन चीजें हैं. These are more tactical in nature, right? एक तो set expectations with your guest well. And these expectations are not in terms of the questions that you want to ask, but the kind of conversation you want to have. These are two different things, right? When you talk to them about the questions, then they come with a prepared mind. If anybody has rehearsed something and come, they are not in the flow. They are not having a conversation with you, and that will never go well. So I actually don't recommend sending questions at all. But the other extreme is also not good. Not sending questions does not mean you've not thought about it. You have to have thought about the conversation deeply. So this is level one. Second is the kind of conversation you want to have. So set expectations from a point of view that, hey, these are the broad topics I want to touch. And this is the expectation which I feel will bring out a good conversation. That is very important, right? Because so much of, by the way, the conversation you're not controlling. You have to have a rule in your head. Like my rule is usually 20-80, which is that I will speak 20% of the time, 80% of the time they will speak. Which means for every 5 minutes, I'm only speaking 1 minute. They are speaking for 4 minutes. When they're speaking for 4 minutes, right? Some people, even the best of business people, best of content creators, best of like famous people will sometimes miss their line of thought, right? They'll go on talking about things which may not hook the audience, which is like they need to realize that tonality important hai, right? And this is not, again, you don't have to like train them. You just have to set the expectation ki, acha, people are going to watch this. So if we did these things, it'll be a better conversation. You don't have to change your trail of thought. You just have to add these elements. So this I've started doing very proactively now, where I'll tell them that, acha, use more stories in your narrative because that will help. Use more data in your narrative. That will help. And if I tell them that one day beforehand, they'll think of those elements. Those elements you should think about, right? But you shouldn't prepare for questions. So I think that's the important thing, where people being hooked is a principle that you have to communicate to your guests via the kind of conversation that you want to have. And if you do that, then that becomes really important. Things like also hand, right? Like if you're just in one place, like what we do in editing and short form videos, which is just change the frame in every 3-4 seconds, right? It's important when a hand movement happens when you're talking, right? Most people don't understand that as well, because people don't want to just listen to two people talking. They want to see emotion. They want to understand what you're saying. They want to contextualize it. So this becomes the way in which you actually track it, in my opinion. And by the way, I have a long way to go on this, but I think I'm, with every new episode, getting better at understanding the deeper science behind it.
एंड व्हाट अबाउट द इंट्रोज? आप इंट्रोज कैसे डिज़ाइन करते हो अपने पॉडकास्ट के? बिकॉज आई फील कि एक लॉन्ग 1 आवर किसी का 1 घंटा टाइम निकलवाने के लिए उसको वो एक स्टार्टिंग के 1 मिनट 2 मिनट में हुक करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. सो आप उस चीज़ को कैसे प्लान करते हो इंट्रोस को?
I think इसमें तो a lot of credit to my editor. I think he does a really, really good job. I found him through, in fact, Kushal Lunda, who's a creator as well. He had connected me to his freelancer. And since then, I've been working with Soham. They iterate very well. I think the only broad communication is pick up the best parts of the podcast and hook the audience in that 1 minute, because that 1 minute is the most important minute. उसकी वजह से इंसान बाकी podcast देखेगा, वरना they will just drop off. So I think we have iterated a lot. We're still trying new sort of ways in which we can crack the intro. We try new designs. We're playing with thumbnails as well. There's this amazing Mr. Beast guide that came out, by the way, I think last week or this week. That was really, really nice to witness. So I think always learning, always trying. Those are the two things that work. You try what works, you try multiple things, and then you figure out what is the most optimal thing for your channel. For us, the best parts of the conversation coming together with enough context works very well.
एंड आई गेस सबसे बड़ी लर्निंग एक क्रिएटर के लिए भी यही है कि मैं अभी एडिटर से भी बात कर रहा था कि आपके आइडिएशन और एग्जीक्यूशन के बीच का टाइम बहुत ही कम होना चाहिए, जितना कम से कम, तभी आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आइट्रेट करके ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एक्सपेरिमेंट्स कर पाओगे. कंटेंट में तो जितने ज़्यादा एक्सपेरिमेंट्स कर पाओ उतने कम है.
Correct. Podcast, sorry to interrupt, but podcast mein, the other thing is that, your feedback is also very fast because you can yourself look at the episode. Too many podcasters I know don't do that, by the way. मतलब हम अपना एपिसोड ही नहीं देखेंगे अगर, तो हमें अपनी फीडबैक कैसी पता चलेगी, राइट? सो आई थिंक इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू वॉच योर ओन शो. एंड देन द अदर पार्ट इज डोंट जस्ट रिलाई ऑन रॉ कमेंट्स. Like I have a very robust way to actually ask many people in my network to tell me about how the podcast was. And I keep getting thoughts because that is very, very important. Create a very strong feedback loop from your audience, which is very deliberate in nature. Don't leave it to chance. I think that's the other very important piece.
एंड अभी आपने लाइक 200-300 पॉडकास्ट बना लिए अपने चैनल पे एंड यू आर डूइंग, आप बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हो उस पर. आपके अकॉर्डिंग अभी पॉडकास्ट के लिए एक आइडियल ड्यूरेशन क्या है? क्योंकि मैंने अभी स्टार्टिंग के 3-4 पॉडकास्ट करे, तो मैंने वो अराउंड 2 घंटे के अराउंड रखे थे, एंड मुझे बहुत लोगों से ये सजेशंस आए कि उसको थोड़ा कम करना चाहिए, 1 आवर के अराउंड लेकर आओ तो वो ज़्यादा बेटर परफॉर्म करेंगे. आपके अकॉर्डिंग कि क्या एक आइडियल ड्यूरेशन होनी चाहिए पॉडकास्ट के लिए?
यार इसमें ना 2 आंसर्स हैं. है द कमर्शियली राइट आंसर, विच इज दैट कम ड्यूरेशन रखो, क्योंकि इसमें एवरेज वॉच टाइम बढ़ेगा तो यूट्यूब आपको सपोर्ट करेगा, एल्गोरिदम विल प्रेफर यू. एंड आई थिंक देयर इज अ स्पेस फॉर दैट, राइट? विच इज कि वो जो 20-25 मिनट वाले भी पॉडकास्ट होते हैं जो फास्ट होते हैं, क्विक क्वेश्चंस वाले, दे वर्क, राइट? बट आई डोंट थिंक दैट्स ऑप्टिमल फॉर द कॉन्वर्सेशन जहाँ पे डेप्थ रिक्वायर्ड है, राइट? तो आई लाइक दिस पॉडकास्ट बी अ मैन यार, वो भी काफी मतलब 1 घंटे टाइप्स की होता है, राइट? विच इज बाय निखिल तनेजा. He does an incredible job, top-notch guests and very good quality. So I think 1 hour वाला mark is actually good because देखो in a podcast the guest को भी comfortable होने में ही ना 20-25 मिनट लग जाते हैं. तो if you don't have like a 60-minute conversation also, you are not taking the meat of the conversation only. हाँ, उसके बाद I don't think 2 घंटे 3 घंटे करना चाहिए unless you can command that kind of viewership. So हाँ, Nikhil Comment does it now because he can command it. जैसे Ganesh does it at Think School because he can command it, right? But that not everybody can command. So I'd say pick your sweet spot of like 50-60 minutes initially, build out your sort of network, and still one of episodes में अगर 1.5 hours 2 hours करना है क्योंकि quality of conversation बहुत अच्छी है तो उसको इंटरप्ट मत करो. But overall general rule यही होना चाहिए कि 1 घंटे टाइप्स करना चाहिए because that is optimal and that's what the user is also listener is also used to, because वो 1.5x तो देखेंगे तो नेट करके ये 30-40 मिनट्स का हो जाता है, which is ideal.
एंड एक ना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो मुझे पूछनी है आपसे एज अ पॉडकास्टर, कि जब भी आपके पास एक गेस्ट आता है, आपने खुद ही कहा कि 20-25 मिनट तो उन्हें कंफर्टेबल होने में लगता है, बट उसके बाद भी कई बार ऐसा होता है कि आपको कुछ अनकंफर्टेबल क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं या थोड़े से ऐसे कंट्रोवर्शियल क्वेश्चंस पूछने हैं अपने गेस्ट से. सो हाउ डू यू मेक श्योर कि आप जो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो वो उनको डिमीन भी ना करें एंड वो कंफर्टेबल होकर उसका आंसर भी दे पाए?
That's a very, very good question because I think best podcasters do this very well. And that's the difference between the great ones and the people who are not so good and have a different style, right? But there's no one good or bad, but that's the distinction. I think 2-3 things go into this. One is I would say very well कि best podcasters across the world, by the way, have a pre-podcast routine. जो करना चाहिए, right? Once you do your podcast well, now I also, when I host offline podcasts, right? I don't start the podcast immediately. I start the podcast 15-20 minutes into the conversation. I'll try to get coffee with them. I'll try to walk with them. I'll try to show them around where we are. I'll try to get them comfortable. So, एक तो ये that warm up the guest. That's how I will put it. Second is build a sense of comfort and vulnerability. And this is an acquired skill, right? Listen to them. This happens in little things like look into their eyes, don't keep your phone in front, ensure that they are comfortable with you, talk about their family, talk about things that, are not specific to the podcast during that pre-time, because then that opens up. Then they trust you beyond, let's say, saying that, okay, I just want to get the podcast done with this person and I'm here only for an agenda. When they feel like they're talking to a friend, almost like a friend, right? Then they will open up. So figure out how to get there. That's the second piece. And the third piece is when you're asking uncomfortable questions, try to combine that with an opinion that says that it's not exactly yours. Like they need to understand that you are asking on behalf of the audience or on behalf of data that is already out there. It's not like you are trying to put them in an uncomfortable spot. When you remove the uncomfort from the person, right? And when they intellectually answer it and they're vulnerable, then they'll give you the right answer. So I would frame my questions as, most people are interested to know, or a lot of my listeners were mentioning when I was doing, a pre-podcast ritual, I was asking some people and they were curious to know, the data says this, how do you, how have you looked at it? This is what you have raised, but intellectually speaking or playing devil's advocate, this is what the answer is. These are a couple of ways in which you can say that, hey, I'm not asking the bad question because I am interested. I'm asking somewhat difficult questions because people are interested. So can you help me with an intellectual answer to it? And then don't attack them personally, right? Being offensive is the bad strategy. And some people do it, which are the great ones. But I don't think that works, right? Because you don't want to put them in an uncomfortable spot. You want to put them in an intellectually challenging spot. And that's the difference. Discomfort is actually personal. Intellectually challenging is on an intellectual level, right? So if you do that, I think people are very welcoming. And I think that works. And that's how I look at it. That's my broad process.
वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, बिकॉज एज अ पॉडकास्टर ये चीज़ें मुझे थोड़ा सा अभी मतलब ऐसा अनकंफर्टेबल होता है ऐसा पूछने में किसी से भी कि मतलब कुछ भी साथ कॉन्ट्रोवर्शियल रहा हो, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगला ऑफेंड ना हो जाए. बट आपने बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट बोला कि इस तरीके से पूछो कि वो इंटेलेक्चुअली चैलेंजिंग हो, ना कि डायरेक्टली ऑफेंसिव हो जाए अगले को. अमेजिंग. अभी आपका जो पॉडकास्ट है वो थोड़ा सा मतलब नीश कैटेगरी का पॉडकास्ट है. मेरा भी एक नीश कैटेगरी का, हम लोग एक स्पेसिफिक नीश के लिए पॉडकास्ट बनाते हैं. बट इंडिया में जो वाइडली जिन पे बहुत ज़्यादा व्यूज़ आते हैं वो वाले पॉडकास्ट है जो जनरल कैटेगरी के पॉडकास्ट है, जिनमें भूत प्रेत भी चलता है, जिनमें UFOs भी चलते हैं, सब कुछ चलता है. बट वेयर डू यू सी कि अब यहाँ से फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट जब ऑडियंस हमारे इंडिया की बहुत ज़्यादा स्मार्ट हो चुकी है, ऑडियंस को पता है कि क्या कंज्यूम करना है क्या नहीं करना है, अब आपको क्या लगता है कि यहाँ के बाद इंडिया का जो पॉडकास्टिंग स्पेस है वो किस तरफ जाने वाला है, एंड आप उसके लिए कैसे प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो?
इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू नोट कि इंडिया में ना, मतलब अगेन दिस कम्स बैक टू द पॉइंट ऑफ क्वालिटी वर्सेस क्वांटिटी. सो यू कैन ईदर चेस क्वांटिटी और यू कैन चेस क्वालिटी. And I think listener is getting more educated by the day. So they also want to not listen to random things. They want to hear specific things. So I actually have a big thesis कि a lot of niches में बहुत सारे अच्छे podcasts आ जाएंगे. Like there'll be specific podcasts for specific industries, for sustainability बनेगा, for real estate बनेगा. A lot of things are coming up. And I definitely think that you should keep a niche. But you should also keep scope for expansion. So one thing that I give myself credit to is keeping a very broad name. मतलब इंडियन सिलिकॉन वैली इज अ वेरी ब्रॉड नेम. तब मैं इन्वेस्टर को भी होस्ट कर सकता हूँ. मैंने सार्थक आहूजा को भी होस्ट किया हुआ है, हु इज अ बिजनेस क्रिएटर, बिकॉज ही फॉल्स इन दैट इंटायर एम्बिट ऑफ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कंटेंट. एंड सिमिलरली मैंने बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें की क्योंकि इन्वेस्टर्स को भी होस्ट किया है, बिकॉज आई हैव केप्ट द ब्रॉड नेम. In fact, going forward, I'm going to host a lot of public listed entity founders, a lot of promoters of family businesses, a lot of billionaires to understand what they do. I'll host native Indian Americans. I'm going to the US and I'll host many of those people as well, because I've kept a broad name. So I would say start with a niche. make it really, really good, and have a loyal base of following. And then within your niche itself, figure out what more can you do. That is the ideal strategy, but stand for something. I strongly believe that podcasts may at least, right, depth matters over breadth. And if you capture the right audience, it can lead to so much. Like I was talking to somebody, he's from a real estate family, and he has done a real estate specific podcast. He's at around 10,000 subscribers right now, but it benefits his business a lot. It gives him credibility. He's able to network with the right people. He's done 25 episodes and he's doing a very, very good job. So I was very impressed to understand that this works. So I strongly believe in niche content. Figure out whatever you like. It can be travel specific. It can be Gen Z specific. It can be many things. And niche does not necessarily mean limiting. It just means specific. People confuse niche with small. I don't think that's true. You can pick a niche which is large enough as well. But keep room for expansion because you don't want to limit yourself. That's one thing I would do. Even when I didn't know where this would lead, I was like, yeah, I want room and to play with. I want to be able to host enough people. And that's what I have done over a period of time.
अभी इसमें जो मंक एंटरटेनमेंट के को फाउंडर हैं विराज शेठ, उन्होंने भी एक ट्वीट करा था कि आने वाला जो इंडिया में पॉडकास्टिंग स्पेस है वो नीश बेस्ड पॉडकास्ट का होने वाला है. बट वहीं एक दिन कल परसों मैं कुछ पढ़ रहा था, उन्होंने ही कहा था शायद कि बहुत सारे ऐसे पॉडकास्ट होंगे जो गेस्ट जिन पे गेस्ट आना बंद हो जाएंगे, मतलब है ना. तो उस चीज़ को आप कैसे काउंटर कर सकते हो? बिकॉज पॉडकास्ट में गेस्ट आना बहुत ज़रूरी है. आपके पास गेस्ट नहीं होगा तो आप पॉडकास्ट कैसे बनाओगे? वन थिंग यू कैन डू इज़ डू सोलो. आप सोलो पॉडकास्ट कर सकते हो, जो रणवीर इलाहाबादिया ने किया भी था. बट इसको आप कैसे देखते हो कि अच्छा अभी तो मेरे पास गेस्ट आ रहे हैं बट जब नहीं आएंगे तब क्या करेंगे?
I think that's also very important to think about. In fact, in my framework, मैंने realized here कि now, a lot of entrepreneurship podcasts are also coming up. So what is my unique sort of skill set, circle of competence? And मैंने realized here the depth of conversation and unique guests is my circle of competence. So in fact, I spent the last month to curate a very strong list of business people that I want to host. Because मैंने realized I don't want to just be restricted by entrepreneurs. Because eventually everybody wants to host the same set of founders on their show also, right? So now I'm trying to expand and get unique people. Yesterday is a good example. I hosted the founder of Manyavar, the second generation entrepreneur, and nobody has had him in the country yet on a podcast, which is video. In fact, he also said this is my first video podcast, and I've now known him for 4-5 months. Sorry. And finally hosting him on the show. So I think this is an example of saying that you have to constantly think, how do you reinvent yourself? And that's where I also very deeply think, what do I stand for? And knowing that is important. Like now, suddenly, I don't want to do a 20-minute podcast and do a short form series because it works, right? Because that will not be true to me. For some people, it will work, right? That's fine. But what is true to me is long form, deep conversations with unique people. That is the very simple uniqueness that I have. Let me keep on doubling on that is the way that I see it. If something changes, maybe I'll do that. I'll do growth hacks, yes. I'll do like a Ankur Warikoo podcast. I'll do Sarthak Ahuja. In fact, Viraj's podcast, we had only 5-10K, 10-15K subscribers and it did 20K views when it launched. And he had a great conversation. हमने 2 घंटे record किया था 11 बजे रात को. Because we loved it. Like it was amazing and it was at his office, right? So that in fact is also a great example to say that if you do good quality work, na, enough अच्छे लोग भी आएंगे. Because विराज के podcast की वजह से बाकी लोगों ने देखा, उसकी वजह से बाकी लोग भी आ पाए. So I think people recognize this value. And that's when, our reels also started to do well. So you do growth experiments, but fundamentally you stand for something, you focus on it, and you reinvent yourself and keep on thinking what's the difference that you are making, and hopefully you'll do well. That's the broad logic.
And क्या आप अपने पॉडकास्ट को इस तरीके से भी सोचते हो कि जैसे आपने बोला कि आपके जो मोस्ट व्यूड पॉडकास्ट है वो उस समय क्योंकि वो जो फाउंडर थे वो ट्रेंडिंग थे, उनके बारे में सब लोग जानना चाह रहे थे एंड दैट डिड वेल. बट आप जो यूनिक लोग ला रहे हो अभी पॉडकास्ट पे, वो इस तरीके का कंटेंट है कि वो सालों साल चलेगा, वो आज भी रेलेवेंट है, वो 5 साल बाद भी रेलेवेंट है. तो क्या आप इस तरीके से भी पॉडकास्ट को ग्रो करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो कि मतलब ट्रेंडिंग तो इनिशियल ग्रोथ मतलब एकदम से इंस्टेंट ग्रोथ के लिए है ही है, जो ट्रेंडिंग कंटेंट है, जो ट्रेंडिंग फाउंडर्स हैं उनको लाकर, बट जो एवरग्रीन जो फाउंडर्स हैं, जो जिनके बारे में कम लोग जानते हैं बट ओवर द टाइम जानेंगे, वो बहुत लंबा चलेगा एंड वो आपको लॉन्ग टर्म में बहुत ग्रोथ देने वाला है.
100% नहीं, दैट्स अगेन अ वेरी गुड पॉइंट, क्योंकि पॉडकास्ट में वही लोग भूल जाते हैं कि शॉर्ट फॉर्म में things are very instant, right? Shelf life of a content is not very much unless somebody discovers it and first the algorithm pushes it. But podcast mein that is not true. In fact, I have hosted the Zepto founder way before Zepto was in the news, right? Because I saw them breaking through. I hosted Aman Gupta of Boat before he was on Shark Tank. So you have to recognize these people early. I hosted the Mamaearth founder before the Mamaearth IPO. So जब IPO हो रहा था, a lot of people tuned into the podcast. तो ये सारी चीजें 100% करनी पड़ती है. इन आवर वर्ल्ड इट इज इन टू इंश्योर कि 1-2 साल में जो कंपनीज बड़ी बनेगी उनको आप अपने पॉडकास्ट पे कैसे ला सकते हो अर्ली इनफ, एंड दैट रियली रियली वर्क्स. बिकॉज देखो, व्हेन समथिंग इज बिग, people already know, so of course people want to watch it. But when you shown them the journey, right, like I don't know, abhi recently the Zepto founders 5-year clip back which he had submitted has going very viral on LinkedIn. So, these things come up because podcasts are a long time. Like, I want to look back 10 years from today and be like, some of the best founders in the country, I hosted them first. And that will be my stamp of credibility, because I will also then host them then, but I'll be able to show that differential, right? There are 4-5 guests that I've hosted twice on the show. And already people love it. That first episode versus second episode, if they compare, so much has changed. So people like that. So you have to know what works. Again, there in my industry, it works to keep a forward view and do podcasts accordingly. But bottom line is, podcasts are not shelf life of 1 week only. They are shelf life of much longer, and you have to keep that look on before you expand.
एंड आपका ये हिंदी और इंग्लिश वाले पॉडकास्ट के बीच में क्या व्यू? बिकॉज इंडिया की बहुत बड़ी एक ऑडियंस रीजनल, इवन इंडिया के बहुत बड़े शॉर्ट्स चैनल जो है वो रीजनल लैंग्वेजेस वाले चैनल्स हैं. सो आपके अकॉर्डिंग अभी हिंदी और इंग्लिश वाला, मतलब आपने इंग्लिश क्यों चूज़ किया एज अ लैंग्वेज टू कन्वे द पॉडकास्ट, एंड व्हाट डू यू थिंक कि हिंदी और इंग्लिश का क्या बेनिफिट्स एंड क्या डिसएडवांटेजेस हैं?
Again, I think regional content will also be the big space, because मुझे इतनी requests आती हैं to do a business focused podcast in Hindi. It is always there. People keep asking for it. I think मेरे लिए it was a guest first decision. कि guest मेरे लिए would be easier, because most people, English is the more accepted language in the business world, in the corporate world. And that is why it just became a natural force of action. I also get the opportunity to now host the US guests. I don't have a very, of course, active listening, मतलब 2-3% शायद US से है, but now I'm going to the US and I'm getting exposure to that audience as well. So that will be very interesting as well.
मतलब आपको ये समझना पड़ेगा कि आपकी
करेक्ट, मेरे केस में डिफरेंट था, बट आई डू थिंक कि अगर आप अपने लिंग्विस्टिक्स मतलब रीजनल एडवांटेज को यूज करके कुछ अच्छा कर सकते हो, दैट कंटेंट इज डेफिनेटली ऑन द रेस्ट. मतलब नोबडी कैन डिस्प्यूट कि उसमें बहुत कुछ होने वाला है, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग जानना चाहते हैं रीजनली उनकी सिटीज में क्या हो रहा है, एंड नोबडी इज कवरिंग दैट.
आपको अपनी ऑडियंस समझनी पड़ेगी कि कहाँ से ऑडियंस है, कौन लोग को आप टारगेट करो, एंड देन यू हैव टू टेक अ डिसीजन कि इंग्लिश करना है, हिंदी करना.
अग्रेड.
सो अब पॉडकास्ट हमने बना लिया. नाउ द इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज, पॉडकास्ट एक बहुत ही एक्सपेंसिव अफेयर है, मुझे पता है. स्पेशली अगर आप ऑफलाइन पॉडकास्ट में जाते हो तो इट्स अ वेरी कॉस्टली अफेयर इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, एडिटिंग, सब, एंड देन आपको उसकी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन भी करनी है शॉर्ट फॉर्म में, तो बहुत कॉस्टली हो जाता है. सो हाउ डू यू मेक मनी विद पॉडकास्ट? आप पॉडकास्ट से पैसा कैसे कमा रहे हो? व्हाट आर द सोर्सेज ऑफ रेवेन्यू? आप किस तरीके से कमा सकते हो?
हाँ जी, नहीं, दिस इज द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन टू आस्क, क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए लोगों को कि थिंग्स गेट डन वेरी इजीली, राइट? One thing is कि अगर आप virtually कर रहे हो, then thankfully very little expense. My first 1.5-2 years, I would do only audio content. I would upload it on Spotify. I would record it on Zoom. I would edit myself also. Then for a year, I started doing Zoom podcasts that I was uploading on YouTube. So I started spending thoda bahut money, and this was not monetized, but we got my first sponsor in my second year. And this was a 1-year deal, where we got a 1-minute slot that we gave after the introduction to a sponsor, which was in our business field only. So for them, the logic was, okay, we are getting FaceTime and screen time with good guests also, right? Because बहुत अच्छे guests आ रहे थे. Views उतने ज़्यादा नहीं थे audio पे, of course, in comparison, but people were liking that. Okay, deep content, good quality listeners, and good quality listens, right? With good quality guests. So that was the second way. Third, now our podcast is sponsored by Zerodha, and they cover the expenditure for the editing and the offline recordings that we have. So now we were able to crack it. But I think अगर कुछ चल रहा है तो initial investment मतलब थोड़ी तो करनी चाहिए. And now there are AI tools to help you, with short form content that they will, take a piece of long form content and खुद से बना देंगे. I think software is democratizing the kind of expenditure you have on some of these things. The way I started recording also offline, and I'm very thankful, and I must mention that Masters Union has played a very important role. So I hosted Pratham Mittal for an offline podcast at his campus, who's the founder of Masters Union, one of the best founders in the country. And he was like, okay, why don't you utilize our infrastructure? And I'm really thankful. He's now a good friend. I consider him to be a very close mentor to me. And he was the person who championed me. So I think broad logic, which is not answering your question directly, is do good work and gates will open for you. The simple answer to the question is you can make money by, collaboration opportunities by sponsors. And hopefully you can subsidize cost by using technology and by figuring out a collaboration with a studio, which can give you prices which are cheaper in nature or can, make it subsidized for you. And that becomes a good way to crack it. That's how I have been in my journey. The caveat I must mention that my journey is not representative of a creator revenue success, right? Because I don't make a lot of money from the podcast directly. That's the caveat. So if you're looking to make money from content only, I don't think my learnings will be the best. And I'm very transparent about this. However, as I keep saying, if you do high quality work, things come back to you. Indirectly, because of the podcast, I've gotten a lot of professional opportunities. The fund that I run, a lot of people who back that fund and put money in that fund are actually founders that I've hosted on the show. So that is not a direct way in which I have monetized, but an indirect way in which I have monetized, and people must keep that in view account. That is why I keep saying that I'm an investor at 24, 25 years of age. And that has only been possible because of the podcast. And I really mean it. So if you do good quality work, I definitely feel, and it has proved out in my journey as well, that it compounds and it leads to greater success in ways that you may not imagine. So if you're thinking of indirect ways of monetization, credibility, that definitely exists, and that I can talk about further if needed, but that's how I've gone about it.
एंड मुझे बड़े क्यूरियोसिटी थी जानने में कि 01 बाय ज़ेरोधा मीडिया नेटवर्क ये एक्चुअल में क्या है एंड हाउ दे आर हेल्पिंग यू, लाइक स्पॉन्सर्ड है, क्या है, कैन यू टेल अस थोड़ा बहुत उसके बारे में बता सकते हो आप?
So Zerodha is going very big on content in a great manner, and they are a very, very interesting team. They understand the importance of content and creators in a niche field. And so their team approached us and we engaged in discussions with them. And finally, we decided that they will support the podcast in the manner of a partnership. It is a form of a sponsorship, but I want to be very careful because they are a regulated entity and they are very large. So they want to ensure that this is done as per the rules and regulations. And so currently they partner with us and they've been very supportive in helping us scale the podcast. More importantly, I think their team is very flexible and they are very, very helpful. And the trust that something like Zerodha builds for a podcast like ours is very important. And then they are also instrumental in making other introductions with other guests, which is also very, very important for a podcast like mine. So I'm very glad to, be a part of the early journey of the 01 Media Network. They chose two podcasters, one in the public market field, one in the private markets field that I do, private markets meaning startups. And that's been really, really nice. So I've enjoyed thoroughly to, be a part of the network, and I'm really glad to be associated with them.
एक थोड़ा सा कंट्रोवर्शियल कह लो या थोड़ा सा कम पूछा गया क्वेश्चंस, जो मतलब जिस चीज़ को थोड़ा सा पॉडकास्टर्स अवॉइड करते हैं वो होता है पेड पॉडकास्ट जो होते हैं. व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दिस कि मतलब पेड पॉडकास्ट कब सही है? मतलब आई नो मतलब करना चाहिए, डेफिनेटली करना चाहिए, बिकॉज अच्छे फाउंडर्स होस्ट कर रहे हो एंड इफ़ दे आर मतलब हेल्पिंग यू इन योर पॉडकास्ट तो डेफिनेटली कर सकते हैं. बट आपका क्या टेक है पेड पॉडकास्ट पे जिसके बारे में बहुत कम लोग बात करते हैं?
That's again very good question, and you've asked it very gracefully. So congratulations on asking a tough question gracefully. I, in full disclosure, have not done any paid podcasts yet on my show. I know of people and I've gotten offers to do so, and I don't know how the future will be. But I think the broad logic should be that if you would host a guest on your show, irrespective of whether or not they pay, you should go ahead and host them, even if they are paying. That should be the logic that you utilize. See, I think the audience realizes that you also have to do something to feed yourself and make money from your show, right? So I don't think the audience will mind, but I don't think you should compromise on what you stand for because of the money, right? So if you would host somebody intellectually anyway on the podcast, do that even if they are paying, right? Then that's a plus. That's how I look at it, and that's the rule of thumb that I will also follow.
अमेजिंग, बहुत सारी लर्निंग्स मिली इस पॉडकास्ट एंड आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड टू, मतलब इस सब चीज़ों को अप्लाई करने के लिए आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड कि जो आज सीखा, ये ऐसा था कि मतलब हमने 50 पॉडकास्ट कर लिए एंड वो सारी लर्निंग्स एक साथ निकाल ली. ये बेस्ट होता है कि हम जितने भी कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स को होस्ट कर रहे हैं उनसे यही सीखने को मिल रहा है कि उनकी सारी लर्निंग्स हमारे लिए बहुत ज़्यादा वैल्यूबल है, क्योंकि मैं पर्सनली, मुझे कंटेंट क्रिएशन का स्पेस बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है और यूट्यूब लाइक फर्स्ट गर्लफ्रेंड की तरह है मेरी, क्योंकि उसको मैं पूरा आई वांट टू, मतलब उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा डीप जाना चाहता हूँ कंटेंट क्रिएशन में, सब कुछ में. तो आपका ये जो इनसाइट्स थे बहुत ज़्यादा वैल्यूबल थे एंड थैंक यू सो मच for joining us and giving us the time. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Prabjot, for hosting me. I really enjoyed the conversation and I enjoy your content a lot. So wishing you all the best. I'm sure this is going to do insanely well, like all of the other things that you're doing. Congratulations and thanks again for having me.
Thank you so much.